Hi everyone, this is Annie from RSS3, and today we have Carton, who is the founder of Aura, on our open podcast to talk about their project and vision on AI in the decentralization world. Would you mind introduce yourself a little bit and also about Aura and the vision behind your project?
Hi everyone, I'm Carton, the co-founder of Aura. So what we are doing is that like we try to build the Ethereum trustless AI that enable like decentralized AI Oracle on chain for smart contract. So that smart contract can have the AI inference for them. And also another thing we do is called initial model offering that we tokenize AI model and make AI model become ownable. And I'm so glad today to talk about like the new renaissance with iOS 3.
Would you talk a little bit like deeper into opportunities and services that's presented by Aura? And my first question is, how does Aura leverage AI to enhance smart contract? Are there any like practical applications where this integration is making like a difference or like a significant impact?
Yeah, yeah. So AI is like reshaping our world, right? And like I think crypto definitely is one of the biggest sector that gonna be changed completely by AI. And the number one sector in crypto gonna change by AI, I think, will be the NFT. Because like if we flash back to 2017, when we begin to promote the concept of NFT, we are talking about that like how NFT can make the publishing system become like more fair for the content creator, right? So artists no
Mm-hmm.
longer need to be get ripped off by the publisher by like 20 or 30% of their income. They can just simply use blockchain and mint their artwork to become an NFT and publish it on blockchain with really low cost. And but the problem changed now, right? Because like
Mm-hmm.
AIGC is so good right now. Like in I can tell that in 5 years from now, like most content on the internet are gonna be replaced by AI content, right? Like humans are no
Mm-hmm.
longer the major entity that generate the art content, the content on the internet, and AI will do it. So we will need a new NFT system that for AI model to publish their content, and that will be the number one change in the crypto space. So I think like AIGC NFT will take over the NFT market, and there's like a few protocols working on it. The most significant one is like the protocol called 7007.ai. So they will enable like user to use like the AI model to generate the artwork and then publish it right away. So it's like also like you just provide few image to fine tune a stable diffusion model into a LoRa, and then you have like that kind of art style artwork got published on blockchain, and that is generated by AI.
I went through your blog. You guys seems to enable users or other projects to do some complicated computation on blockchain via the platform provided by Aura. And can you explain how you guys do this and like how it is benefiting like developers or users?
Yeah. So how we enable AI inference on blockchain is through a technology that we invented called OPML, optimistic machine learning. So how it works is that like so for example, I have a computation job. Like it's like AI. It's like it can be AI or not AI. Like it's just like really expensive
Mm-hmm.
computation job that probably costs you a few $100 on the gas fee. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to do it on Ethereum mainnet. So what you would do is that like you set the target like delegation of this job. Say whoever done this job for me, I will get like $1 as a bounty for the computation, and another people and delegate this job to the off-chain oracle. That's why we call it like AI oracle. So like and then they will run the job for you and then submit the result back to the blockchain with the fraud proof. So like the security assumption is like one to n. You just need one honest submitter for the resale, so that like resale is safe. So it will significantly lower down your gas fee cost for your computation task for your smart contract, and also this whole process is like decentralized and immutable.
How do you ensure sort of the verifiability on Aura? We all know this is very fundamental for any D apps or other projects. So,
So I think decentralization for AI is so important. Like so, like it's like AI is just the beginning, right? Right. What when we are right now is like is the beginning of the AI revolution, and so like it's really important to make sure like people can have this tool, like like by have the equity to use this tool. But like you can see that if like the AI is not decentralized, like ChatGPT blocks so many countries, and they prevent like some people from different civilization and religion to use the newest AI tooling. So that is like unfair, right, for most people. And in Aura, and also the spirit of blockchain is like fairness. Everybody can just access this technology no matter where you are and who you are. So like I think the fairness will be like the key for us to deploy the AI on blockchain. So like the value for deploy AI on blockchain is not about like making AI more efficient because AI already really efficient by himself, but it's more about the fairness of the AI model. Like because obviously like a commercial company like or OpenAI or like any AI company in US is like their responsibility is like that to make their stakeholder happy, right? But most people are not this AI company's investor or cap table or in their cap table. So like in Aura, we want to make sure that like all the AI model are owned by can be owned by anyone and everyone on the earth. So that like no matter who you are, you can just like buy the AI model token and become part of the owner for the AI model. Like obviously none of us are the uh, other owner of OpenAI, right? So like, but all of
mm,
us can easily become the owner of like open language model OLM, so that like, so when OLM is functioning, it's functioning for everyone on the earth, not just like for few group of people.
that's very interesting. Owning an AI model, what exactly does that mean? Do you mean like they, for example, they have some proofs um, of they contributing to the training of that model, or like they are the owner of the data these models are trained on? What kind of ownership are you referring to
Yeah,
when?
really good question. So like when I talk about AI ownership is I mean like majorly the ownership of the AI model. It means like when the AI model generate profit, right? Like it should be distributed to its owner, right? Like for example,
Mm-hmm.
OpenAI is like making tons of money every day, but like only share with their stakeholder, right? So like if OpenAI is like gonna dominate, like AI tooling is gonna dominate the world, and you don't want like only few group of people gonna benefit from the AI tooling. It's like kind of concept between like capitalism and universal basic income. So in like AI model ownership, like everybody can become owner as long as you want to have that token. So once you own the token, you will enjoy the benefit of the revenue sharing of that AI model, and that's like number one ownership, the revenue sharing. So you will have the benefit by owning the model. That's number one. And then second one is that the accessibility. So like ownership of AI means like if want when you want to use the AI model, it should not have like it's a human right. It's like air you breathe. You can just access it anywhere, everywhere you like. It should not be have a problem because you are in Hong Kong, so you cannot use OpenAI, or it should not be a problem like no internet like censorship can censor that your right to use AI model. That's the second part.
So despite this AI ownership part, what are some other like innovations or feature that Aura is excited about, and like what's your sort of planning? For example, what's your focus for the rest of 2024?
Yeah, the rest of 2024, I think I will like really focus on like how to like expand the AI application on blockchain. Because like right now two, like that's like number one. And second thing is that we will focus on like how like use crypto to tokenize more AI model into blockchain, do more IMO for sure. And so like for number one, like how to use AI into blockchain application, like many people talk about it, but like really few people actually put it in action. And so like, but in Aura, obviously, like I have the responsibility to actually make it happen, so that like the number one thing I think we will focus on this year is like AIGC NFT, because like it's the directly change the way, it's like have the strongest momentum here, because like AI generated content is just better than human created content, right? Or like high economy efficiency. And so like I will we are exploring the way how to like make the AI generated content become new kind of on-chain asset class. So not just the AI model token is like on-chain asset class, but also the AI GC NFT, the content that AI model generated is also a new on-chain asset class. So I'm thinking about that. How can we actually promote the new concept? How make people form a consensus that AI content is a asset class. We can trade about it. We can trade it. We can like put down like what our imagination with the AI model and then generate new content. And the most important thing is that like different with like regular NFT launching or even farming, like AI generated content, meaning AIG's NFT, the when you mean the AIG's NFT is completely fair, because like it's just an AI model on blockchain. You like you can do like if you like this kind of art, you can just like use a similar prompt with different C and then do the inference for it, and you own it too. It's like a new kind of fairness for on-chain asset class. That's like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's like the number
That
one thing. Yeah,
that's very interesting. So is that something that's you're still working on, or will there be like any alpha coming out very soon? You know, some kind of things
yeah,
maybe the community can take part,
yeah.
give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's our purpose for having this Twitter space, right? Like we definitely
Mm-hmm.
like to provide alpha to our community, because like the this thing is not just like beginning to we already work on this thing under the water for a year. So like it's about to release.
Oh.
It's about to release, and now you can go to 7007.ai to like mint the AIGC NFT you like, and then like you will have like unexpected really good reward in the future, in the nearly future that's coming really soon. And that's like number one. And then the second thing is that like um we are inventing a new kind of mechanism that for people to launch a new token. So when you launch a new token, like how to claim your allocation, right? You only got like, beside the VC round, right? Let's talk about the fair launch. Like in fair launch, like only got two way to get a token right now, like in the mainstream. One is that like you have a really good bot, first in first out, whoever got it first, whoever owned it. But that is like really based on how good like people, how much money they pay to Flashbot to make the bot to get the token sale, right? That is like that's like technical unfairness for like the regular retail trader. And then another type of way for launching new token in fair launch is that like you stake ETH or stake BTC or whatever to like accumulate your point, and then they give you allocation when they launch the token based on how many money you stake there, right? But in there is like a capital unfairness, so that most retail traders, they don't have that many money compared to the big VC, right? So they want something that is like more fair. And what's like ultimate fairness there, right? So I think about this question for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And my conclusion, like, what do you think? What do you think first? What's the ultimate form of the fairness on blockchain?
I feel like the nature of blockchain has already made it like more fair than things happening on any like traditional web technology or like platform, that kind of thing. Like you have control over a lot of things
Right, right,
yourself,
right, right. Yeah.
right?
I mean,
And
like
you
the
have
fairness, like for launching a new token, like just like capital wise, not like we don't extend it to too many like different dimension. Just like what's the best way you think to launch the token with the most fairness? Yeah, I give an example. It's like random airdrop. So like some people was like talking about the most fair way to do an airdrop or like a fair launch is that you use the random number, and then whoever submit a request, then just give them random amount of the token. And So that is like a way of fairness. It's like completely random, but like I don't think token that launch in this way we're gonna make it in the future. It's just like because like most people who actually want to shield that token, they are not gonna have the good reward, and the people just like do nothing. They might have a really big back in there for this certain token, right? So randomness obviously is like it's fair in some sense, but it's like it's not gonna make the token great. So my conclusion is that how about use a AI model to decide how many allocation you should have, and then you fulfill your promise. So like for example, like I this what enlightened me in this mechanism is like a really funny game back to when ChatGPT just came out 2 years ago. So the game is like how to become Google engineer. That was like kind of popular amount engineer in Silicon Valley. That is like you try to convince a bot that become that pretend to be a interviewer that work for Google, and you are a software engineer. You try to get as much as salary from the Google as much as possible. And so like that game was a pretty much really rival for like 2 week, and then like and then that game like made me begin to think, can we use the same mechanism to launch a token, right? Like I, for example, I'm a crypto KOL, for example. I was like, okay, if you launch this token and give me this amount of allocation, then I will show it so hard, and I will like do my research. I will want to find out what's the behind the token and all kind of like research. And I will tell my community propagate this knowledge and all kind of stuff to incentivize that, right? And and then the AI model will be, hey, you actually is a crypto influencer. Then okay, you have more than a a nobody, right? Obviously, and and that will be like the way for launch a new, because like the fairness they have so many dimensions, like you have like, is this guy gonna really put time and effort to show the token, and also like is this token actually valuable, or is like what's the capital structure for the token, and all kind of dimension, like you design a successness for AI, for a token, right? But what AI really good at is like um amount so many dimensions, if find the right way to make it happen. So that's like the key for AI innovation we have nowadays. It's essentially it's like a system that like essentially it's a system that like to aggregate so like the dimension that human cannot, or even like rule based model cannot handle.
Is this also something you've been like working on, or this is still in your roadmap, this kind of launching platform or mechanism? Are we going to see it very soon?
Yeah. We will see in July 7th, like the exact day.
Oh, so that's pretty close.
Yeah. So like, and what really made me excited about this cycle in crypto
Mm-hmm.
is the meme coin. Like the meme coin made me feels like the crypto is actually back. It's like this is not a capital game that like make up by a small group of people in the world. Crypto is about like the fairness. Like this like this meme coin vibe is like so good for me. So like I begin to realize that like if we have a better way that's even more fair to launch a new kind of new token, because like meme coin is not about the meme, right? And meme coin is about the capital fairness. It's like everybody can launch their own token, and like they can sell it to whoever they want, and they can just like there's no VC. Like VC is like have the same price as like another people when they buy it, right? That is really important. And so like, but the only problem there that need to be fixed is that like the success rate for meme coin is super low. Like you don't see like it's like probably like only one out of like 10,000 meme coin will survive at the end of the day. So like there's still like a space for us to improve the fairness in a meme coin launch, like the fair
Mm.
launch. Yeah. So that is like why I mentioned this like fair launch program, like that's gonna come in soon, that utilize the AI Oracle to do that. Because like when you use the AI model to decide how many people have how many coin, then it's like a financial decision, right? It need to be fully
Mm.
transparent. The model need to be like verified by everyone, right? At least like everybody can have the, because AI model is so complicated. It's so easy to put down a backdoor there for the developer, for the AI model to say, hey, I want to use this secret word, and once I say that secret word, then I will have like 90% of the allocation, right? Like it's so easy to do that. So like we need to make sure that do not happen. So how? Like if you just use a random Web2 server to host the AI model and do that for people, nobody gonna trust that. Because like you can just like say I'm gonna have 90% of the allocation and nobody can verify that. That's why like on-chain AI is so important in this certain use case. And so in OPML, like you got to open source your model first, and then second is that like you gotta let people check out the model, how you train it and how you inference it. And so like with Aura, like we have like publishing all the score model for how people decide how many allocation when they use the OpenLM, like which we're gonna be online in July 7, to help people to do a fair launch. It's like an AI model that specifically to launch token and do the fair launch.
Oh, that's very cool. So for your open LM, is that like training on any of like the existing, I don't know, like GPT-4 or Gemini models, or did you guys train your own? I
Yeah.
would assume that's like a huge amount of work.
Yeah. So the base model we use is called Open Language Model that is trained by MIT. Like they open source the whole model, the base model, and then what we did is that like actually it's not done by us. We just like host the model on blockchain, and like the work is done by OLM research, like which is called Open Language Model Research. They spend like about I don't know how much money they spend actually. They spend some money to like train the base model into a chatbot model and a score model. And it's called Chat OLM. It's gonna be alive soon too. I was checking up the demo recently. And that model is not ChatGPT, not Llama 3, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like an open language model that is like give up. It's like the owner just give up the ownership. It's like a Bitcoin. It's like a Bitcoin for AI model. Like the owner just don't give a shit about that, and then actually perform really well. So we just
Mm-hmm.
pick it up and then like do an IMO with them, and then there's like a separate team that who bought the token and like they make organization called OLM research. So they did the work because they
Ah,
buy
I
the
see.
token in the token cell.
Mm-hmm.
So they become a
Got it,
research center.
got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. It's really interesting dynamic here. It's like neither Aura or OLM people actually making OLM like forward. It's like people who bought the OLM token people, they moving the OLM model forward. They pretty much just like I don't know how much money they spend. They probably will build it in the future. So what they did is like they fine tuned the OLM model into a chatbot because like the OLM model originally that trained by MIT is like it's like a basic model. It cannot really do a chatbot. It's not like ChatGPT that you can have a conversation with. It's just like really
Mm-hmm.
simple retarded model that just like fulfill whatever the sentence you put in. So like this is called base model, and then you can use the base model to use like some mechanism to fine tune it as like the chatbot model. So like that, like the ORM research they did that. Not just that, they also used ORM to make a fair launch AI model. So they just gave us the model like 2 days ago, and then like Aura team is like making the OpenML, making the OPML for that certain model to make it verifiable and host it on blockchain.
Got it. I'm not an AI expert, but I'm just still wondering, like, by hosting the AI model on blockchain, do you guys like store the vectors or whatever, like the scores? How do you host it on blockchain? Do you like store the model parameters on blockchain, or like how do you do that?
Yeah, how we do that is like through a smart contract. We call it on-chain AI Oracle. So like how we do that is really simple. Is that like any smart contract can send a prompt with the model ID into the OAO smart contract, and then OAO smart contract will delegate this like request into all the Aura node and then run the inference. And then once they've done the inference and return the result with the fraud proof into the OAO smart contract, and OAO smart contract will do a callback to the smart contract that initiate the call. So it's like you have like a smart contract interface. It's completely permissionless. Like everybody can just run it and like unstoppable because it's just fully decentralized with OPML.
Got it, got it.
And most important is like this thing is like it's real. It's already production ready. Like it's not
Mm.
just a narrative, because most AI crypto project is
Mhm.
like a is a narrative thing, right? Like it's
Mhm.
never come true, or just make up the tech that it's just not viable. But in Aura, we like focus on deep tech research for a really long time, about 2 years, and then like so we made this thing actually come true and begin to provide services on blockchain.
So now I'm like really looking forward to July 7th. Are you guys gonna have like a launching event?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are putting up an event together, just called Fair Launch in EFCC. So if you can just
Oh,
go, yeah.
since our topic is called like the open neuron AI science, looking ahead, where do you see the future of AI and decentralized technologies? How do you see Aura is gonna contribute to this future?
Yeah, sure. Um, I think the future of AI is optimistic for sure, and so like AI is like so good. It's like a such strong tooling for us to enhance, like convert, like essentially, right? Like let's forget about crypto. Like AI, what AI is? AI essentially is like high efficient computation behavior that can convert energy into the entropy for the system in our society. So like it means that like as long as like we have like in so many energy, they can convert the society to whatever the shape we like in the future. And humans like is about to master the power of God. So like that is so important. This power is so powerful, but it's also dangerous, right? So like our responsibility is that for Aura is that we connect all this intelligence together and make it run it safe and fairly. And so how Aura work is like how what Aura did in the historical, like what our historical contribution to the space is like mainly few things. There's so many things, like probably 3 to 5 things, but most significant one is like the first is the IMO, initial model offering, that made like the AI model become ownable by everyone on the earth, like any entity, anyone, no matter who you are, you can just own an AI model without like any censorship. That's the number one thing. And then the second thing is that for Aura in the history is like the OPML, right? Obviously, it's like it started the whole like cycle of the AI crypto. So like we published the OPML library back to like last year in April. We open source that, and once we open source that, that month has like about 88 more project that use that library to build their AI
Oh,
Oracle.
that's very impressive.
Yeah, to build the AI crypto project in that month. And then, like so many of them have raised so many money
Mm-hmm.
in during the past year. And so I think like we did actually, because before we open source the OPML library, like AI crypto is like a meme. It's like a meme. It's like it's not even a real thing. People think it's like a scam, right? Back to like last cycle. And so like when how we actually it's really interesting how we invent OPML. So back to like ChatGPT just came out. I already begin to like think how to put this such powerful tooling on blockchain, because like I used to work in AI industry, so I know how hard, how great this work is. Because like
Mm-hmm.
my first company is called Advanced Artificial Intelligence, um, and like we used to try to build a chatbot like back to 2018, and then it just like the rule based chatbots always perform better than the AI based chatbot. And so like when I see that, it's like it completely changed my mind how to recognize the, because I used to think this kind of level of chatbot is impossible, and but it comes true in by OpenAI. So like I was like, if we can put this thing on blockchain, it's gonna be so powerful, gonna reshape the whole crypto space. And it just began. And then but the problem was that like back to 2022 was that like it's no way for you to put a model that with 10 billion parameter on blockchain, right? And so if you because back then the only method pretty much is just ZKML. And ZKML is requires so many work to make AI model verifiable on blockchain. So pretty much it's like impossible, even today, right? Like, and because the
Mm-hmm.
AI model, like
True.
every time you have a new AI model, you just need to redo all the circuit to prove that model is right when you do the inference. Even you fine tune the model, you still need to make majority of the circuit, change the majority of the circuit. So like so I was like, okay, like AI model, the refreshing of the AI model gonna be faster than you build a ZK circuit, right? Because like once you spend like 2 years to make a circuit for ChatGPT 2, then ChatGPT 5 is coming out, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it become useless your circuit. So like we need a like lighter and better, more practical mechanism to put AI model become verifiable on blockchain. So that's why we just spend like millions of dollars on this R&D to make it come true. So like optimistic also obviously was the better way. Even today, it's still a better way than to get out to put a large AI model on blockchain. And yeah, so that after today, like this problem is resolved. Like we can have large AI model on blockchain decentralizedly, but the problem is like who gonna use it and how gonna use it, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
the current focus will be like the application, like how we actually just begin the evolution, just begin. All protocol on blockchain gonna change by AI permanently. Just for example, like a lending protocol, like if you check out like compound, right, you only have like two kind of
Mm-hmm.
asset that can use to lending. One is like USDC, another is like ETH. Like it's just so inefficient. Like how about all another asset that have like, trading liquidity on blockchain, right? So like the reason why is because the DAO management is so inefficient. So if we use like the AI model to run the lending protocol, you can summarize so many different dimension data and then aggregate to a result of that. Should I lend and how much I should lend to this account with this certain asset. So it will significantly increase the liquidity on blockchain with the AI lending protocol. That's just the number one thing. Like DeFi is gonna change by AI too, and AI market maker. Like traditional AMM is like more like a straight line, right? S times Y equal to K, and that is like inefficient. So if we change that into a complicated AI system that can predict the market a little bit and then like have a better pricing for everything, then we also enhance the capital efficiency on blockchain significantly, like AI market maker. And just this is DeFi sector, and also gaming. Gaming is also gonna change completely by AI. It's just like the graphical improvement, the storyline improvement, and the way that people can interact with the gaming system we have with the AI model. That will just like change so many things on blockchain.
This is gonna be my last question. Since you guys gonna have this launching event in July 7th, right? What's the best way if anyone wants to join the Aura community? Like, what's the best way for them to participate?
Yeah, I would say like become a developer because Aura community is like a really developer focused community because Aura itself do not like have a really like direct interaction with like a normal user and
Mm-hmm.
it's like Aura is like Oracle protocol and also and another way to interact with Aura protocol will be like IMO, right? Like participate IMO will be also another good thing. Yeah, I just like the last IMO we did is like the open language model is like have increased like 60x during the week. So we see the magic there. Like people want,
Oh.
yeah. Is that the market actually know that is the future because market is always right.
Um, yeah, I guess that's all my questions for today. Thanks for coming. Hope you guys have a really successful launch
Thank you.
in July.
Yeah, yeah. Come to the fair launch event in FCC if you guys are going.
Are you guys gonna have any like online events or like online venues?
Yeah, I think so. Like yeah, we will put it together.
Cool, cool, cool. I was just looking forward to that.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.